Okay guys, so now we're going to go through your mobility session for Monday, and within this session we've seen a repeat of some of the stretches and mobility positions we've had before. So to start us off with some slight variations on the hinge pattern. So the first one we're going to do is a bench hinge. You can do this using either a sofa, a kitchen chair, whatever you have access at home. Table surface is also fine if you want to do it from a table surface. If you're kneeling, just make sure you've got something comfortable underneath your knees. So in order to do this, I'm going to come into a kneeling position, place both hands onto the bench or the surface, and then just drop my hips down towards my heels. Making sure you hold the position for 1 to 2 minutes. Our next stretch is the Sagittarius. Again, we've seen this one before. We're going to go into a lying position, and in lying I'm looking to take my knee over to the opposite shoulder. So in lying, bring the knee up to 90, keep the arm fixed, and then bring the knee to the opposite side. Again, hold for 1 to 2 minutes per side. You might feel a general release in that time, so if you're starting to feel like you're getting some additional release, then just allow your knee to drop a little bit further. If you find this position really uncomfortable or your shoulder starts to lift, what you can do is bolster the knee with a cushion just to give it some support. Our next one is a foot opener. So what we're looking for in the foot opener is we're going to start increasing mobility of the big toe specifically. So in this position, I'm going to bend at the big toe. I can bring myself down into kneeling in this position. Now this might be where you stop, and again I can put a cushion underneath my knee to help bolster that position. If you have adequate big toe mobility, then just start to layer that big knee down towards the floor, and again we can add a little bit of load to it by placing the hip down towards the heel, so I'm creating a nice amount of flexion in the big toe. Hold for 1 to 2 seconds either side. If you find it uncomfortable, particularly if you have limited range in your toe, ease out for a couple of seconds and then just gently move your way back into that position. Our next one is a half kneeling quad stretch. Now this is going to be difficult for some people just because of the range of motion required. So I'm going to show you a couple of variations of this. First things first, you're going to come into a kneeling position with the foot unlocked, and you're going to straighten one leg. Now it might just be adequate enough for you to take your hands back, and that's about as far as you can go. Again, just bolster yourself, make sure you're comfortable. If you're okay in this position, you're going to let the hips drop down towards the floor, and again, that might be as far as you can go in this position. Or if you want to go for the full half kneeling quad stretch, you're going to gently lie yourself down and hold for 1 to 2 minutes in that position. Work within whatever comfortable range. That's quite a deep one, so just take your time moving into that position. We're then back to bench or surface. Again, if you've got a high kitchen surface that's more suitable for you, you can do this in standing. Otherwise, we're onto the bench this time, making sure that elbows are on the bench or surface, and we're going into the armless prayer position from here. Holding for 1 to 2 minutes, or again working within that range. And then finally we've got a 90-90 stretch. So start yourself in this position. If you find it uncomfortable to hold yourself in this position, you can place the hands down. Otherwise we're going to let the knees drop out 90-90, come back to the centre, drop down to the side, holding range again for a couple of minutes per side. If you find that that is okay, then in addition to this stretch is to let your knees drop out to the side and then allow your body to move down towards the thigh and then come back up to centre. Have a great mobility session, guys, and hopefully I'll see you soon.